The last series.
Jerry Crampert on the center. And off to Harris for no gain. Looked like they had that play stacked up there.
Hey, the right end over there for Clarksdale going to have to get set a little quicker. Official, they're gonna be able to call that in a minute, and it might really hurt because he's a little low. I've mentioned it before, getting set.
Yes, it is. So it's going to be third down. Still third down and 10. The ball's going 28.
Third down and 10 for the Wildcats.
We sure can't miss this good opportunity. Chris Young split out wide for Clarksdale. Crampert on the center. Goes back to throw. Pass is complete. That's Crampert. Pass complete to number 85. On the center, drop. That's Crampert. Pass complete to number 85, Rocky Neighbors. Good for a first down.
Neighbors has really done a good job hanging on that football tonight.
That was a nice throw by Jerry Crampert.
Sure was. Put it right on the money. And Neighbors, the best receiver tonight so far for the Wildcats, brought it in. An excellent job of catching that football. Talking about number 85 right there in the offensive huddle.
As the ball's resting on about 16. 16-yard line of Tupelo. Of course, Tupelo is still leading by the score of 10-7. Clarksdale is threatening. It's gone too long.
Yep, too far. Nice pass, just a little too far.
Halfback pass from Jasper Harris.
Receiver was out of the end zone.
But the receiver was out of the end zone. He sure was open, but it's just too far. Completely had a food on that play, David.
Sure did. Nice time to call that. Excellent call by Coach Bennett.
Second and 10.
Clarksdale hadn't shown any signs of not wanting to throw the football. They've thrown on first down 2 times here in this series.
Second down and 10. The ball's on the 16. Jerry Crampert on the center. You got 2 split out to the left. Crampert makes a nice run.
Points across the 10 to about the 8-yard line.
Camper's bringing the ball on down about to 8.
Yeah, he just squeezed through that time. Didn't look like he had much, but he ended up getting a good bit out of it. He surprised me. I didn't think he was going to get anything.
He just can't get that ball outside. They got a penetration. They're penetrating that line, and he just can't get outside with it. But he is doing a nice job cutting up the middle there.
How about third down, big plays here? Would you call this a big one? You can see on your screen, they like
third down,
a little over a yard.
About a yard and a half. Of course, we're in four down territory right now.
That's true.
And
I'd like to get it on third, though, wouldn't you?
Sure would. Jasper Harris on a pitch out, and I believe he's got the first down.
Yeah, I believe that speed by Harris got him at first down. Tupelo had a defense pretty good, but not good enough to keep him from getting his yard that he needed. Picked up probably about 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's going to be first and goal. The ball's resting on the 5, so the Wildcats are threatening.
Hey, James, look at those Clarksdale cheerleaders over there. They can smell it. They smell that goal line, and they're hollering at those Wildcats to get in there, and everybody on that Clarksdale side is...
I believe these Wildcats smell that goal line, too.
They're all hoping for the Wildcats to punch it in here.
Crampert on the center. That's Crampert hands off to Jasper Harris. Gain of about 3, so the ball's about the 2-yard line.
That's what will help that option pitch, or the option if the quarterback decides to keep it by establishing that dive. And Clarksdale has been able to do that somewhat here the second half.
On the 2-yard line.
And Harris showing good quickness. He picked up big yardage down deep.
Sure did. We don't take many of that, and we'll be in the end zone.
That's exactly right.
Crampert on the center. Touchdown for James. broke about 2 or 3 tackles there. He had a man hanging on to him and just carried him right on into the end zone.
James Brown showed the strength that we know he has, and he might have been held to 13 yards that first half, but he wasn't going to be held out of that end zone that time, was he?
He sure wouldn't. I saw Coach Jennings sending that play there, and James Brown was looking for that end zone there. That's all he was looking for, and he sure drove it in there. That's Todd Marsh's attempt to PAT. And the kick, and it appears to be good. It is good.
Yeah, he kicked it up in the dressing room over there. Nice kick.
He can kick the ball.
He's got a leg on him, doesn't he?
So the score, with 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter, Clarksdale leads by the score of 14-10.
James, we're going to pan down through those stands over there. We got about 1,000 people from Clarksdale that made the long trip.
And it looked like they're all standing up over there, David.
Yeah, they started to sit down now, but they've been on their feet. They're enjoying this football game. We've got quite a game going tonight here. Hope you're enjoying watching this one.
Well, we're getting a lot of excitement over here on the Tupelo side. Of course, they're encouraging Tupelo.
Well, we got about 2,000 fans at least on this Tupelo side, and they're all, most of them standing up now.
If this defense, Clarksdale can hold them, which they have held them this second half.
Well, this Clarksdale team has looked like a different team this second half than they did in that first quarter and a half.
I guarantee Coach Bennett and his crew did some changing in that dressing room.
Well, you know, all that shifting, James, and unbalanced line stuff, that's enough to scare Coach to death to prepare. I know from coaching myself, I'd hate to prepare for a team like this. Coach Ronald Bennett has been in a long time, and it's a tribute to him and his staff, like you said, to settle them down, and they've come out doing a lot better job the second half.
This is Rocky Neighbors kicking off for the Wildcats. Kicks deep, kicks it into the end zone. So Tupelo will start their offense from their own 20-yard line.
Well, you can't ask for any better kicking than that. Don't let them return it. That's the best way to do it. Just put it in that end zone.
Tell you, Rocky kicks off real good, and in fact, he puts it in the end zone most of the time.
We know all these folks around Clarksdale are real proud of this Wildcat team. We're certainly happy to be bringing this one to you tonight, and hope if you're enjoying it that you are able to let these fine youngsters know about it, the coaches, and of course the band, everybody involved, the administrators. They've all done a good job.
That's Tupelo still going with number 9, Leathers at quarterback. The handoff up the middle. Nice yardage there. That's number 45, carrying it for Tupelo. That's number 45 for Jimmy Tulsa.
Clarksdale 14, Tupelo 10. Things turn around for the Wildcats. Let's see if the defense can make it happen for them.
Defense has got to get tough. It's second down, second and about 2.
Apologize about people standing in front of us here. Nothing we can do about it right now. But
it's a handoff, and he's still got good yards. I think he got a first down. That's number 17 on the carry for Tupelo. That's John Langford. First down, Tupelo. The ball's on about the 34. Clarksdale's got to get tough here. We got to hold them.
Ball is placed down on the 34-yard line.
a lot of noise out here now. Both bands, stands hollering.
That's Tupelo still shifting. Shifted with every play.
We got motion on them this time.
That quarterback keeps, and I believe he's thrown for a loss, but it is a flag on the play.
That's all right. They can decline that, and they'll come up with a lot better situation.
It is motion against Tupelo, but he lost about maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Wildcats will decline that, so won't really get the benefit out of it this time. Excellent defense that time by the Wildcats.
That's number 70 there, Alfred Kemp, conferring with the referee, and I believe he is going to decline it.
James, it's going to put the pressure on Tupelo now because they didn't get anything on first down. In fact, they lost a couple of yards. And if you don't get, a few yards on first down, that hurts you and put some pressure on them. So let's see what they can do here.
All right, second down and about 11 for Tupelo. Got 2 setbacks in the eye. Goes back to throw. Goes back to throw, and he's rushed, and he's brought down. Let's see who was in on that play for Clarksdale.
Number 82 getting up.
That's number 82. That's Clarence Money. In on the stop for Clarksdale. Made a nice play. Nice play for Clarksdale. So it's going to be third down. Still third and 10.
Well, you see on the screen there, Clarksdale Wildcat defense, they break out of the defensive huddle, and those are the youngsters right now that have it on their shoulders. If they can stop this Tupelo Golden Wave.
That's Tupelo taking time out. And Look like the offensive coordinator's out there talking to him. Here comes also our line coach, Ross Searles, is out on the field talking to his defense.
Well, James, we got 7:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, fourth quarter. Don't see a 4 up on the scoreboard.
It is the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 9 seconds left to play, and of course Clarksdale leading by the score of 14-10. So Tupelo has got to score a touchdown if they're going to win this ball game.
Yeah, would you say that ball was real big a moment ago?
I guarantee you. And a field goal won't happen right now, I don't believe. Of course, we've got a lot of time to play. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, you're so right. But I tell you what, I'm enjoying this one. How about yourself?
It is a fine ball game, which me mentioned at the first of the ball game it was going to be a fine ball game. These are two real fine football teams playing tonight.
They really are, and as I was trying to say a moment ago, I know the whole town of Clarksdale proud of these youngsters, so no matter how this one comes out, they're to be congratulated.
They're really representative greatly. Back to pass being rushed again. The pass is complete. Number 89. I believe he's got a first down.
He got what he needed. He needed his.
Yep.
He got him about a yard.
That's Leather's pass to number 89. His big end. That's Keith Brown for a first down. So that was a big first down for Tupelo. So the ball is 1st and 10 Tupelo. The ball is still in Tupelo's territory on about the 44-yard line.
Well, the Tupelo cheerleaders getting everybody riled up in front of us here, and they know what they need to do, James. They want to move that football.
I guarantee you there's letters under the center. Shifting back into the fly. Look like we got some movement on Tupelo there. I believe offensive lineman moved that time.
Hands off. To his head back.
So maybe they're getting some of what we've been getting for the last.
Well, you know, ever since Goodwin's been out, Tupelo hasn't been the same football team on offense, and it's showing out there. Not taking anything away from the Wildcats. They're playing a lot better themselves. But Tupelo is really suffering from the starting quarterback.
It is entirely a different ball game, different team. Tupelo team without their starting quarterback. So they take the penalty, so it's it's Tupelo's ball with 15 yards to go for a first down. The ball's on the 39, their own 39. Setting a full set backfield, and they shift out. 2 setbacks. Goes back to throw. And his pass is incomplete. The pass is intended for number 3, Irvin Smith. Defending on the play for Clarksdale, but number 44 would be Matthews.
And Morris, 33,
also
right
number, number 33, Todd Morris in there.
Yeah, he was ready there to hammer him if he caught it.
So we still got 2nd down, 2nd and 15 for Tupelo.
2nd down, 15.
Looks like the official's kind of getting mixed up on which side that yard stripe he wants to put it on there. Tupelo lift, again shifts. They got that's Letters going back to throw, and he's rushed. And the pass is intercepted. The pass is intercepted.
How about
going back to throw, and he's rushed. It's intercepted. The pass is intercepted.
How about that? Big play for the Wildcats.
Who intercepted that pass?
I'm trying to see. He's getting up over there now. Neighbors, I believe it's youngsters doing an excellent job.
That was Craig Cummins.
Cummins, okay.
But I'll tell you what, you can...
35's Cummins, right, and there he goes. They're all congratulating him.
But I'll tell you what, you can credit the defensive pressure on that quarterback.
Yeah, he had to throw it up the grabs, didn't he? And
I didn't get the number that man was putting the pressure on him. Did you get that, Howard?
It was up for grabs, and Clarksdale grabbed it.
All right, that's Jerry Crawford, quarterbacking for the Wildcats. Hands off to Jasper Harris. Like a gain of about 1, short yardage on the play. Clarksdale's got the ball on their own 40.
Some 2,000 fans over on this side of the field hollering, defense, get that ball back. They are concerned now. It's James, 5:40 to go in the final quarter, and Clarksdale hanging on to a 14-10 lead.
Of course, I might mention now that's the 27th pass that Clarksdale has intercepted this year. So that defense, secondary defense of Clarksdale is tough.
Tremendous. I heard a lot about them, and I tell you what, they're everything I heard about.
It's Crampert on the center. Pitch out to Brown. Brown running, makes a block. Completes the runs over one man.
Knocked out by Stone. Fair.
Tackle made by Fair and Stone for Tupelo, but a nice gain on the play.
James, I think that said a lot about Coach Bennett and his philosophy. A lot of coaches would have went conservative there and not dare thrown that football around on that option pitch out. But I think he realizes he's got to move the football here. And
oh, you can't sit back on it right now. We got too much time to play.
Exactly right. But I've seen it happen, and you have too. But
yeah.
Wildcats taking a chance there, and Brown doing an excellent job.
All right, it's third down, third and short 3. Clarksdale. Bradford quarterbacking. All right. We got some more flags on the play.
We got official looking toward Clarksdale, I believe.
Man, I'm telling you. These 5-yard penalties killing us. Legal motion again. I think he called that on the lineman.
He called it mighty quick, too.
Sure did.
Sometimes, you know, it can be an equipment violation, but that wasn't what he gave the call, so.
So that really hurt us right there. It's going to be third down, third and about 9 now. I don't know where Coach Jennings is sending in a fast play or not, but we'll see in just a minute.
It'll take a lot of nerve to throw it right now.
All right, it's a draw. Draw play to Brown. He breaks a couple of tackles, but he just can't get loose. So it's going to be 4th down for the Wildcats. So those penalties are really hurting us, David.
They really did. That made the difference that time.
So it'll be Jerry Cranford back to kick for the Wildcats. The ball's on their Clarksdale 40. Deep to receive is number 9 for Tupelo. That's their quarterback, Leathers. And also number 11, which is Richardson. We got a good snap. A bad kick. And a bad kick. But we get a pretty good roll. Get a real good roll.
Yeah, considering the kick, that was an excellent roll. It sure was.
He kind of shanked that kick, but we got about a 15-yard roll, so the ball rolls dead on Tupelo's 25. First and 10 with Tupelo. You know, they're leading by the score of 14-10.
James, in the long run, that might have been a blessing because at least he didn't get a run back, and a run back for a touchdown right then would have just, you know, killed the Wildcats. And
that's true. It ended up
no run back on it anyhow.
Nice kick. Now we've got 3 minutes and 25 seconds. We got a fan standing up in front of the camera here. Yeah, but now he's moved over. Thank you.
Well, he's still in the way, but we'll try to get what we can out of it here.
All right, there's a reverse, but looked like it didn't fool Clarksdale. That's penetration by number 82. There was Clarence Monick. Penetration across the line and making it go outside, and number 7, Greg Cummins coming up to make the stop for the Wildcats.
Wildcats swarming that time. That's what they got to do. 2:55 to go in this football game.
We've got
Clarksdale holding on to a 14-10 lead.
Well, we got Tupelo with second down and 11. Second down and 11. So I believe you're going to see them put that ball up in the air.
Oh, you know they're going to have to. They can't. The clock is against them now. They've got to do something with it. Got to put it in the air, like you said.
That's number 9, 11 for quarterback.
On a short punt.
They're pipping back into a...
That's a long shotgun, though.
Sure. Oh, they got a man in motion here.
Be a good time to pick this one off, James.
Oh, it bounced on it. Oh, it bounced on it. He did receive. He did intercept. He did intercept.
I just had a feeling
that's number 45. That's Craig Williams intercepted for Clarksdale.
And if the penalty goes against Tupelo as it should, Clarksdale's going to have this football.
I believe it's got to go. It's got to go against Tupelo.
I thought that'd be a good time for an interception since everything was going wrong for Tupelo, and that's what happened.
It is Clarksdale's ball. Clarksdale's ball.
Interception.
Clarksdale takes over on Tupelo 31-yard line, and we've got 2 minutes and 24 seconds to play.
Look over there, James. Look over on the other side.
See those Clarksdale fans standing up, and you see that those Clarksdale players on the side.
I was just looking at them, hugging Carl Williams as he came off.
Cal Williams.
Cal Williams. Sorry, Cal Williams, as he made that big interception.
We don't need to make a back.
Sir,
can we get this gentleman set down?
He's
Greg McDaniel.
We're going to move the camera here a little bit. We got to get this in here.
That's James Brown breaking through for nice yardage. That's Craig McDaniels in the quarterbacking for the Wildcats. And hands off to James Brown on a straight dive. Gets good yardage. There's Freeman in on the stop for Tupelo. Pickup of 6, going to be 2nd down and 4, Clarksdale. And that clock is still running, fans.
Well, I'd like to apologize about we're in a bad situation we mentioned earlier in the game, and we got some folks that are standing up at times, and there's nothing we can do about it, so I hope you'll bear with us there at home.
Tell you, that clock is still running, still running. That's Greg McDaniels under center. We're going to get a flag on the play, though. They lay up game for Clarksdale, but...
All right, I'll tell you what I need to find out down here from Howard and them. How many timeouts does Tupelo have left? Not keeping up with them here?
I know they've taken 1. I believe they've got 2 timeouts left.
Okay, that might be big here if they're able to hold the Wildcats. Certainly will be big.
Took a little too much time on that play. Of course, that hurt us a little bit, but it's 2nd down about 9.
There you see the Wildcat band down way on the other end of the field, down at the 10-yard line, as they're looking on.
It's Greg McDaniels under the center. 2 setbacks of Harrison Brown. Fumble on the play. Fumble on the play. But McDaniels recovers his own fumble. Tupelo takes timeout. That's Greg McDaniels fumbling the snap from center. Tupelo takes out. I believe that's going to leave him with, takes timeout, so I believe they'll leave him with 1 timeout.
Y'all see something happen here?
No, I don't know what happened to Jerry Cranford. He hadn't come back for this series of plays, so undoubtedly something is wrong. I still see...
well, he may be bunged up from that earlier...
I see Greg McDaniels talking to Coach Jennings on the sideline, and he gets his play and coming back in.
Cranford's leg probably bothering him, and he's probably not all... he probably could go, but Coach Bennett probably figures he'd rather have a fresh quarterback in there that's, completely able right now in this situation.
So we've got 3rd down with about 13 yards to go, and the ball's on about the 34-yard line of Tupelo. We've got 1 minute and 23 seconds to play, with Clarksdale leading by the score of 14-10. Greg McDaniels on the center. Setbacks of Brown and Harris. Pitch goes to Harris. Cuts in and makes a nice gain. Drives the ball on down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 4, and I believe Tupelo taking their last time out. So it's going to be 4th down and about 9. So I don't know what the coach is going to call from Clarksdale, but this is a very important play.
From the 30-yard line.
We're not going to be able to kill too much of that clock time on this play since it is timeout.
Well, that's true. We're just taking a look at the Clarksdale stands. We have a lot of fans that come over here and taking this 2-hour drive over to Tupelo. So we're trying to take a look at them now and letting you see all the folks over there. And they're happy right now, James. They want to hold on, though. They're not out of the woods yet, but it sure looks real good for the Wildcats if they can hold on.
Of course, the winner of this ball game will play the winner of Starksville and South Panola. And of course, they are playing tonight.
Yeah, and most people figure Starkville to come out the winner on that one. So if that does happen, it'll be Starkville next week for the Wildcats.
Well, we don't know where we're going to play. I mean, if we do win, of course we've got 1 minute and 13 seconds to play. Let's don't call this game over with yet.
Yeah, you're so right.
Well, that's Greg McDaniels under the center. Going to run a wide sweep to kill a lot of time. He's cutting up. He's making yardage, and nice run. He brings the ball down to the 20-yard line. He's tackling number 9. That's Leathers in on the stop for Tupelo, but that was a nice run, and it killed some time.
Smart run, James. And he stayed in bounds.
And he may have a 1st down, David.
Daniels knew what he was doing, though. He didn't go out of bounds. He cut back at the last second and stayed in bounds. And he was wanting that clock to keep running. Of course,
this is a very important play, very important for, well, from the looks of him, I believe he has the 1st down.
Well, they stopped the clock for the measurement, but if they hadn't have done that, McDaniels did what he wanted to do to make that clock run, staying in bounds. We'll take a look at it here. We'll get our camera down close. Got it.
We have got a 1st down, fans. Clarksdale. So that was a nice run by number 11. That's Greg McDaniels. So it's 1st and 10, Clarksdale Wildcats. Looks mighty good for the Wildcats, David. Looks mighty good.
Well, it really does.
That ball.
57 seconds left on the clock.
And the ball's resting on the 21-yard line of Tupelo. We have seen a fine ball game here tonight, and win or lose, each team, they got, both of them have fine teams, I guarantee you.
Good a high school football contest you want to see.
It's Greg McDaniels under the center. He falls down.
McDaniel goes down.
Just goes down, knocking that seconds off that clock.
Well, James, the Tupelo fans are starting to leave now, and
I believe
that's a happy sign for the Clarksdale Wildcats, isn't it?
I believe we got this game in the bag, because
any kind of miracle here, yes, sir.
Tupelo has no timeouts left, and I'm sure we're going to do the same play we did then. Just take that snap back and fall down. It's Greg McDaniels on the center. Takes a snap and goes down, and that ought to finish it up, David. That'll finish it up.
Count it down over there. And we're going to stay with it here a while and enjoy the celebration as the Wildcats are getting ready to celebrate.
That's a fine win for Clarksdale, and of course they're still undefeated. And still, there's a penalty on the play, though.
James, I'll say this.
That's a personal foul against Tupelo.
Well, they called it both ways, I think, that time. Both teams a little anxious here.
Of course, that killed the clock. Stopped the clock at 4 seconds.
James, I was involved with in coaching when they were thinking about trying to go to the state playoffs. A lot of folks wanted it for a long time, but the Big 8 conference, I think a lot of them didn't want to break up the conference. But I tell you what, this has really meant a lot, in my opinion, to high school football in the state of Mississippi to go to the public school playoffs and give a team like Coach Bennett's got now a chance at it.
It should have Mississippi will be whoever wins will be a true champion, I guarantee.
Well, there's more interest now in high school football in the state. In my opinion, it's been a long time, and all these playoffs that are going on tonight, I heard more talk about them, and you just wouldn't have that if you didn't have the state playoffs, and that's an awful good thing for the state of Mississippi to have done.
And I want to say again, too, this Clarksdale team and this Clarksdale coaching staff they've done tremendous for the town of Clarksdale and the Clarksdale public schools this year.
Well, you're right about that, and that man right there has been a leader up at Clarksdale for a long time, and
that's Coach Bennett coming out on the field to talk to his players, and we've got this game wrapped up, fans. We got 3 seconds left on that clock, and Clarksdale leading by the score of 14-10.
Coach Bennett, I think I know what he's telling them. He said, look, my kids have it won. They're not going to start anything. Why call a penalty on us when they're the ones jumping off and hitting late? And I think he's right. And he let the official know it now. He's telling his youngsters he wants to make sure that's what they do. And he doesn't want anything right here to interfere with winning this football game.
No, this has been a good, clean
sure
football game.
Real has. A good, clean ball game.
No need of starting anything now. It's too late. Because Clarksdale has got this game in the bag.
A tribute to Coach Bennett and his staff, as we said earlier, to come back to second half and adjust to all this shifting and unbalanced line offense that Tupelo threw at them at first half. And I tell you, James, a lot of coaching staff just wouldn't have been able to adjust to all that, and they did it.
I guarantee you, this coaching staff for Clarksdale has done a tremendous job, and a tremendous job. And this should be the last play of the ball game. There it goes. McDaniels falls down. And that's the end of the ball game, fans, with Clarksdale Wildcats winning the ball game 14-10. And of course they'll play next Friday. Well, we won't know who we're going to play, and we don't know where we're going to play.
Well, just assume it'll be Starkville because they've had such a tremendous team over there this year. But
well,
like you say, we don't know.
I doubt if we'll play at either home team. I imagine it'll be on a neutral field. That appears to be where they usually do it, but I'd like to again congratulate this coaching staff, and I'd like to name them all again. That's Coach Ronald Bennett, coaches with head coach and athletic director that's done a fine job, and he's assisted by Jimmy Jennings, Ross Searles, Jim Hughes, and Warren Brown. And they have done a fine job, and this team has done a fine job, I'll tell you.
Big celebration going on down there on the field here at Tupelo. If you're just tuning in, I'll tell you what, you missed one fine high school football game in the Mississippi State playoffs tonight.
This has been an exciting ball game, and like I say, Tupelo has played a good ball game, and they're nothing to be ashamed of, I guarantee you. And of course, Clarksdale just came back that second half and just outplayed them.
Sure did. There's a youngster walking off right there. I was trying to spot somebody, and there's Morris, 33. He played a fine game tonight.
I guarantee he played a fine game.
I was looking for Coach Bennett down there. I hadn't found him. If you see him down there, I'll put the camera on him, but it was such a mob down there.
I can't pick him up. I can't pick him up as one of the coaches, as Coach Jennings and Coach Searles down there, and also Coach Brown.
James,
they all congratulating each other, and but I don't see.
Howard Bailey just showed me something there that Clarksdale held Tupelo to 15 yards. I guess that's total. Is that total offense the second half? Second half. And was that a turnaround or not? To hold this fine offensive football team of Coach Ricky Black's to only 15 yards in the second half, compared to what we saw the first half?
I guarantee you the first quarter, of course, it was dominated by Tupelo. Clarksdale ran 4 offensive plays the first quarter, but since then, I believe you have to give it all to Clarksdale.
I agree with you. They definitely turned this thing around in the latter part of the second half, or first half, right in the latter part of the second quarter, and started taking control of this football game. Well, James, I don't know really what else to add. We just saw a fine football game, and I tell you what, people can talk about college and pros and all that, but these are the kids that play. Our school plays your school, and they play because they want to play, and I just tell you what, you can't say anything better than high school football is just one fine sport to watch, and we watched a good one tonight.
In high school football, too, you know, in college football, a lot of times the coaches get to pick their players, but in high school, of course, they lose 17 or 18 players every year, and they got to start over most every year. And it's a tremendous challenge for the coaching staff, and it is. High school football is the greatest, really.
Well, I tell you, James Jennings, I've enjoyed being with you tonight. First time us together, and I tell you what, really enjoyed it. You did a fine job, and maybe we'll get together again sometime, and hope the folks back home enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it, and I hope that Clarksdale meets either Starksville or South Panola, and hope we can win that one. And I believe we can.
I believe we can, too. And I tell you what, I see old Howard still working. I tell you what, we're going to give him a little chance right now to tell us what he thinks about that. I know you're busy, but what do you think about it, Howard?
I think it's a great effort, and I believe the Wildcats will go on and probably win the state championship after that.
Okay, I know you're busy, and we appreciate it, Howard. He's big help up here to us tonight, giving us some stats and all, and he's covered Clarksdale High School sports for years and years, and we're going to tell his age if we keep talking about him, but we enjoyed having him up here. I tell you what, he gave us room to take. We didn't have room up here.
I guarantee you, Howard has done a fine job for us in promoting his Clarksdale team this year.
Yeah, he didn't want that camera on him, but we wanted to get it on him again, and Howard, we really mean that. We appreciate you letting us get in here, because we thought we had to go in the stands or something and try to get this thing on. So
they moved us around here like about 4 times before we got set up tonight, but we finally got it going, and we have seen a tremendous football game. Of course, Clarksdale coming out on the top score of 14-10.
James Michael O'Keefe, he's helped us out a lot tonight getting this thing on there, and really, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be bringing it back to Clarksdale. And hey, we don't want to quit, man. We enjoyed it. How'd you like it?
Let's go to Starkville.
Okay. Well, you heard it from Michael O'Keefe. And again, James Jennings, I enjoyed working with you tonight, and hopefully we'll do it again sometime. Any last final comments?
I don't know what else we could say, really. It is, like I say, it's been a tremendous ball game and a hard-fought ball game. But, of course, Clarksdale just came back. I guarantee you, those kids, they never stop. They really never stop. And like Howard said, I believe that they're going to win this state championship.
Well, I tell you, fine, good effort. He's had a fine group of youngsters and coaches and the band, the administration, and I tell you what, my first time to see Clarksdale this year, and I really enjoyed it. I've been hearing a lot about them up there, and we enjoyed picking it up tonight. And so, James,
I'd like to say one thing, too. I'd like to say that our superintendent of Clarksdale Public Schools, Bob Ellard, has done a fine job, and James Grimmett, also the principal of Clarksdale.
Well, you couldn't have a thing like this happen if you didn't have fine administrators to back your athletics and your band and all. So
they gave them a fine backing.
We hope the folks enjoyed the halftime show too, that fine Clarksdale band. So tell you what, we're going to wrap it up now. We've been I guess you say, savoring this victory as long as we can. We're going to have to drive home, and we'll talk about it on the way home. So, for James Jennings, this is David Ellington, and we enjoyed bringing this back to you, Clarksdale. Hope you enjoyed it, and congratulations to Coach Bennett and his Wildcats.